Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fair catch called for and made. Offense getting set for first down. Martinez on the carry. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear.
And that ball is picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is that you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. The quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you bet you athletes on the play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get away. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Right on target this time. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
They'll run the jet sweep, making the defense go sideline to sideline. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wide out in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Ward. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, the upside is you could get a 1st down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's George. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Miami 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The play-action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's McCormick. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. He'll just keep slinging it. Looking down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it the other way. 10. Touchdown tie. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Lining up to add another. To the air. It's Milroe. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy.
It's complete. A huge pickup. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Coming after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Ward. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Martinez. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Well, they execute the in route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Snap in the shotgun. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going up top on first down. Hit as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Snagged in the middle. It's George. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going in the offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
He wants to throw here on second down. Heading to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off, and by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles. He's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it down the left side. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
To throw, it's Milroe. Starts to scramble to the left. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up for the PAT. It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 30, Miami 14.
They have the lead in a 2-possession game and oddly lining up for an onside kick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Working on the right. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Might be looking to run. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the left. He's is run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. He's going to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, first down, screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
An offense has practiced this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding.
Oh, look out, the ball's free. And what a break to get that football back at this juncture. That would have been catastrophe. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And, you know, late in the game's offenses...
Oh, they're faking it. The holder's going to try to throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Owen averts disaster by falling on his own fumble.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's 1st down from the 11. Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe give him play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback adapting. Trying to set up the screen, and he throws the interception. Past the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Back open in the middle. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when